Sometimes when I'm at work or I'm at social events and I'm talking to folks who are twice, sometimes 3 times my age, and I'm just talking to them about life, they're like, you are really well versed for how young you are. How did you do that? What books did you read? Blah, 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 blah. And my answer is always the same. I'm like, well, I didn't read a whole lot of books. I just did a lot of shit. I want you to understand, if you're on the younger side, man or woman, all the questions that you have about life, whether it's relationships or business or finances or anything, just life in general, all of your questions about these various problems can be solved by taking action. Not sitting there and reading books, watching videos, or thinking about it endlessly. Simply doing. You can study business, you can study women, you can study stoicism all day until you get in the ring and you get your ass beat a few times in sparring. You don't know shit. It's an analogy I love to use. You will never become a world champion boxer without getting punched in the face. This is the same thing with life. Every lesson that you are going to want to learn in life, that you want to learn to be an interesting person, that you want to learn so that you can succeed, you're only going to learn it by being willing to look like an idiot for a little while, by being willing to fail. They say you fail your way to success, and it is absolutely fucking true. You're not going to be the guy who just instantly becomes successful with 0 failings whatsoever. And if you do happen to do that, i.e. some dork who catches a crypto pump, you're gonna lose it all extremely quickly. Why? Because you didn't learn what it actually took to get there. You got lucky. If you just took action, if you just did things and did a lot of things and failed at a lot of things, you would eventually figure out a whole hell of a lot about life that most people don't figure out until their later years. Because most people, they live at a snail's pace. They'll find one way that kind of works to manage their stress, and they won't learn anything else because whiskey helps, as opposed to trying, failing, iterating, trying again, failing, iterating, trying again, and doing it over and over and over and over and over again until eventually you find the best way to do everything. And I mean that when I say everything. The best way to run your relationships, the best way to do business, the best way to excel in your career, the best way to stay in shape, the best way to have energy all the way through the day so that you don't get tired or sluggish or crash in the middle of the afternoon and you need a 5-hour energy or a cup of coffee, the best way to speak, the best way to get into your car, the best way to get the groceries brought in all in one trip, on and on and on the fucking snowball goes. You can do everything to a professional level, but you have to try and fail at everything. But that's how you get ahead rapidly. It's not necessarily reading books. It's not necessarily watching videos. It's not necessarily theorizing and understanding things conceptually. It's doing things and understanding them fucking literally. You're never gonna understand the mechanics of boxing until you get in the ring. Screw the books. Take action. It will answer all of your questions in due time. Understood? Awesome. Get after it, kick some ass. I'll see you next time.